Tortimer the Great. Welcome back to another exciting episode of Minecraft Jurassic World Edition. Ooh, I gotta be careful. This pig's actually kind of good. We are down just in our little dig site, and we have got some stuff to do today. I mentioned to you guys last time that today we are going to be going on a digging expedition. There are a number of dinosaurs that, even with all of the DNA that we do have, we have yet to we've yet to collect DNA for all of the creatures that exist, both in this in Fossils and Archaeology and in JurassiCraft. So we've got a handful of things here. We also have a lot of stuff here and here, but anything that's not in this chest, we require new DNA to be able to get. So even if we've got a Gallimimus here. We don't have a Gallimimus here. So we need to go get new fossils in order to actually. Okay, that's a bad example because I can take these two and I can do this. But, as per example, there are dinosaurs that we may have either no DNA of or fractions of DNA of that we don't presently have the ability to combine into something else and get going with. So, we need to go on a fossil hunt. And I did, well, I got a Silk Touch pick. I still have yet to get one of those paleontology, archaeology picks, largely just because I don't have the experience levels to do a lot of enchanting with at the moment. I need to rig up some sort of. I'm pretty sure we've got a couple of spawners under here somewhere from when we were searching through the mine shafts and doing all that mining originally. So I probably need to set up some sort of XP spawner or something like that where we can do that. Let's check on Sarah real quick, and then we're going to actually look into. Man, she's getting big. We are actually going to hatch a new dinosaur today, and we'll probably put it in Casper's enclosure for now because I forgot to move the Ankylosaur. I had some good suggestions on the last episode for the Ankylosaur. Somebody, I think it was Aurora North Star. I could be really wrong on that, but somebody suggested that I use this guy in some sort of like petting zoo, like racetrack, you know, some sort of attraction, something like that. And yeah, we're definitely going to use this guy for something. Definitely not going to kill him off or anything, but yeah, I've been meaning to, maybe next episode we'll do something in the nether. I've been meaning to set up kind of a nether holding area for dinos that I don't really want, you know, in the overworld, or for like, there's a lot of fossils and archaeology dinosaurs like Clifford where they have nether variants, and so I want to set up an area like a holding cell, not holding cell, but just like an enclosure type, you know, stable thing where we can hatch dinosaurs and then have it set up to easily be able to bring them back to the overworld and things like that. So we'll probably actually work on that next episode if I'm thinking properly. But today, I asked you guys last episode, what would you guys like to see hatched? What are we looking for? What would you guys like to see? I had several great suggestions, so I thank you guys so much for doing that. The one, I had two people who suggested similar things, and I think that that's what I'm going to be doing for this time. Both, oh crap, I had the names. I know it's Aurora North Star and, one second, and Beans. So Beans and Aurora North Star both suggested some type of mammal, some sort of prehistoric creature that is not a dinosaur. I think Aurora North Star said we could do a pterodon or something as well, but I think, you know, a mammal, we've got several great mammals that are in both of these mods. I don't think we honestly have any from Fossils and Archaeology at the moment, unfortunately. It's a different thing. So like we mine fossils for the dinosaurs, but it's actually like a frozen like haunch, like it's a frozen block that you get a haunch from to do the mammals for this mod, and we have not found, we found a couple of those, but we didn't get the haunches from them. So we don't have any Fossils and Archaeology ones, but we do have a couple of other things. So we've got a Titanus, which is not a mammal, but it's like a big old bird. We have mammoths. We have the Leptictidium. It looks like it's about it for now. Obviously, we have more mammoths. But those are the options we have at the moment. So I'm going to put the Titanus back. Somebody mentioned the Leptictidium, and somebody mentioned the Mammoth. And I think I'm going to go with the Mammoth to start. Because I have more Mammoths, we could potentially get a little herd of mammoths going. And we've got to decide where we want to put these guys. I haven't thought that through just yet, but it'll probably be somewhere where I've got a little bit of mountainous terrain, a bit, I would think. But oh wait, we gotta put this thing in. We can't just hatch it. We gotta actually put it. Ooh, and I think we can't actually hatch it. We're gonna have to go get a. In fact, let's do that right now. I think with most mammals in these mods, you have to actually. It's not a hatching process, obviously, because they're not hatchable. It's like a gestation period thing. We've got to put it inside of like a cow or something, and get it to like birth from a cow. It's a whole technical process. But let's see if we can't get somebody out here. I recently took care of my herd a little bit out here. I'm gonna grab that there. Come here, cow. Bring you out. There we go. No. Break. All right. There we go. I need more blocks on my inventory. All right. So sorry, cow. Oh, come on. This is a sharpness sword. There we go. All right. This thing's. Oh no, it's not. This one's knocked back one. Oh, my other sword broke. That's what happened. Yeah, I enchanted a sword. I only had like 5 levels to put in it at the time, and so I was like, I guess. I had a pretty decent amount of diamonds, and so I just did it, and I got like the worst enchantments ever. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna bring this cow on over here. Fantastic. Alrighty. I'm gonna put this in Casper's enclosure for now. Casper doesn't really need an enclosure. If I make him sit, he's good to go. And soon, several of you guys have made suggestions in the past that we got to do something with Casper, and so we definitely will. We'll probably end up making like a nice dragon rook sort of thing, a nice little cave. What I think is probably in this mountain here, we'll probably carve out a big cave, and we'll maybe have different little beds, because we have potential to find more dragons, so we'll want to make sure we've got it set up where we can have more than one dragon in it. But we'll figure that out. That'll be something we do at a later date. But here we go. So we've got to go... Alright, so we get Mammoth Syringe. Quality 0%. I don't know... I don't know what that means. Maybe I'll cook up another mammoth, see what happens. We've definitely got stuff here. Okay, we need to go get a little bit more water. Quality 0%. I don't know what that means. I've never done a mammal from either of these mods. So that's that's something I was prepared for. Here we go. But we'll quickly get this guy going, and then we are gonna get back out in the world. There we go. Okay, so let's throw this DNA in there. Let that go for a second. I'm gonna put these other buckets, well, this other bucket, because I think I'm bringing a water bucket with me, right? Yeah. Sure, let's go with that. All right, so quality 0. Huh. I'm gonna try inseminating it with, well, I'm gonna wait to see what this is. 40%. I'm gonna wait to see what that is. I'm gonna sleep while that's doing that. But if it's the same, I'm just gonna go for it, and I guess we'll see what happens. Huh. If this doesn't work, one of you guys are gonna have to tell me what I'm supposed to do, because I don't know. I had 100% DNA that I put in there, I cooked it up, and I don't know what quality 0% means. I don't want a crappy quality mammoth. Alright. Quality 0%. Okay, so now let's see, can we combine these? Nope. Okay, well, hopefully it gets higher quality when we stick it inside this cow, because that's the option we've got now. Alright, so let's do this. I think we just do that. Embryo inseminated. Alrighty. Well, that cooks up for a minute inside Mama Cow there. I'm going to actually go get Casper, who I believe is sitting up over here Usually these take a minute. I don't know. Another thing you guys got to tell me, if you're not there at the birth of the creature, how do you tame a JurassiCraft dinosaur? Because feeding is not a requirement with them. I know, like with the fossils and archaeology ones, I can just feed them and we'll be good to go. But it's not really how it works for, at least so far as I've seen, it's not really how it works for the JurassiCraft guys. So let's actually, we'll take a quick loop this way. I want to show you guys the progress I've made on the visitor center very quickly because we're going to be going in the opposite direction, I think, for today. The world's taking a second to load, but come on, load in. So I've been doing, let's caps lock down a bit. So I've been doing some work, just got the front facade on here, but getting going. We've got the towers here, I've got to put a cap on them. We've got the stone bases here, we've got the fronts in, all this. So I'm really happy with how it's looking. Not tab, where we want to go up. And so obviously we're going to have towers in each corner, and then the front facade is a little different because it kind of goes up like that, but the other side's going to be more flat looking. And then the pyramid's going to go in the middle. I think it's going to look really nice. We'll probably do a little bit of work on that next episode, or at least I'll show you guys some more progress. So let's caps lock down. We probably don't want to land in there with it. Alright. Get off. Alright, so let's see. I think we can dino pad this thing. Cow, no embryo. Huh. Where's my other embryo? Did I put it away? This episode turned from fossil hunting to what the heck's going on with these stupid mammoths. Quality 0. So I have 100% DNA. No! Cow! Cow! Come back here, you stupid beast. Come back. There we go. No! Okay. Alright. Okay. Here we go. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. I don't have time for this nonsense. Get your butt back in here. Alright. Alright, so get me that. Oh, wait! Oh no, the mammoth's... It's born and it's killing its mom! Why did it just do that? Oh no! Oh, that was horrifying. Okay, apparently mammoths are not very nice creatures. It is tamed though. Look how majestic it looks. Oh wow, they did a really good... I know they recently also updated the fossils and archaeology mammoth. It looks so much better now too. But man, that's a good looking beast. So it's a male, alright. We own it, yada yada yada. Alrighty, well there we go. So we're gonna need a name for our new little mammoth. I do think we have a couple of name tags left over, so that works out pretty nicely. So let me put this in here. April said if I queue... Okay, so that fixes it, she says. But I also don't want it in my inventory, so give me 1 second. I want it, I'm very OCD, so I want it right where it belongs. Okay, now... Huh, now that doesn't fix it. That doesn't fix it in the slightest. Okay, well it's gonna be on our bar for the moment, I guess. Okay, well, remind me never to use these stupid DinoPad things again. That didn't fix it. Okay, but we've got a little mammoth, which is adorable. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna put this DNA back. I'm not sure what the quality 0 means. I'm not sure why it told me there was no embryo in that cow. I don't get it. If somebody does get it, let me know. That'd be exciting. I'd love to hear from you. Okay, so my original plan was going to be let's go on an exploration. We're gonna fly north and we're gonna go get some fossils. But I don't think that's gonna work today. I think we wasted too much time hatching mammoth for that to play out. So I did find a couple of little caves over here, which I have yet to fully explore. Oh hey bud, what are you doing outside the village? I was doing a little bit of kind of just brainstorming over here in the plains, kind of over by where the iron farm is, where that other section of the park is going to be. We're not quite to the point where we're ready to do anything over here yet, but I was just thinking. And nothing that's down over here is going to be what's going to be going on. I just was kind of thinking. So don't worry too much. We've got the the Dilophosaurs and the Ankylosaurs right there. This little piece, we can see Pickle even on the screen there. So this juts out, goes into this plains area, and I was just kind of playing around. I was like, okay, well this is gonna be this is gonna be that. At present, I'm thinking about putting Parasaurolophus, Brachiosaurs, and maybe even like T-Rex out here. I was thinking about maybe putting T-Rex up front, but I feel like that would be a bit much for like right up front to have like such a huge main attraction right at the front of the park. Thought that might be a bit much, but I'm just brainstorming at the moment. I really don't have anything finalized at present. So I found this little cave, which happens to dead end. That's awesome. I came in here and there was a bunch of fossils, and I just gotten my Silk Touch pick. And I was like, ooh, you know what would be great? So I Silk Touched those, and we're actually going to use it in the visitor center a little bit. Okay, let's wander a little bit more over here. You guys don't really want to see fossil gathering anyway, so this is fine. Let's see if we can't find a little cave somewhere over here. I wanted to go kind of northward anyway. We're doing it without Casper. We're probably going to be generating a little bit more new terrain, because I truthfully, if we look at the map, it shows you where we've gone, and we're pushing the bounds of where we've been previously. So yeah. So let's move on a little bit, see if we can't find a, what is this? Oh, it's a lighting glitch. I was like, is that a weird looking cave entrance thing? That would be exciting. All right, so let's head over here. But yeah, so we need some new fossils. So if you find a little cave, we'll duck in there. Here's a little something. I don't know if this is gonna go down or not. But well, it's got some stuff going on potentially. Let's check up this way first. Light up. At some point, I want to jump on Casper and just kind of go exploring, find some new area. Grab these. Alrighty. And we'll go exploring to some new lands. I did go out a little bit. I'll have to get out of the cave for it to really be useful for me to do that. Let's jump out here for a second. I did go out this way a bit because I was just curious. There is another desert temple thing over here, which we'll probably explore at some point. But there's this... It's not quite an island, although we could carve it into an island. Or maybe even like right here. But there's this big plateau. It's like the whole thing, it's this big plateau, and it's relatively flat up top. And it's a pretty decently sized area. I'm thinking this would be a great area for kind of our battle arena. Kind of raised up. We could put big walls around like the island or something, make it a restricted area. And then kind of build up a big battle arena here where we store some dinosaurs and things like that. We've talked about it a bit in the past, but I've been playing that Jurassic World mobile game, and most of that result, it's like kind of almost like a Pokemon type game where you kind of raise up these dinosaurs, you evolve them, you level them up, blah 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 blah, and then you battle them, and it's a lot of fun. And I think it's something that we could feasibly do, at least between certain dinosaurs, or we could set it up where it's like, okay, I've gathered, 10 untamed Dilophosaurs that will attack me on sight, and I have to go in and I have to try and survive that, or something to that effect, or whatever. I think it could be a lot of fun, if not a little on the darker side, but I think it would be fun. So. Something we will do at a later date for sure. Once we've got some actual DNA to be a bit of a waste at our current state. We don't have enough DNA to really be like, oh yeah. So that's kind of what I've got breeding on for. Is so for some of those projects, we can be like, all right, well we need some DNA. These guys have been breeding. We've grabbed a couple eggs. We'll take some eggs over there. Ooh, we got a. The stupid thing's ruining. I'll be right back. 1 second. Alright, there we go. Yeah, stupid visual glitches with the dino pad. It's really annoying. So So yeah, I won't be using that. April said she had a trick. That trick did not work. Sorry, April. I don't know. But yeah, fix your game, developers. She said I should go pester them in their developer streams, which I didn't know they did. So we'll go maybe do that at some point. Cause yeah, that's just so obnoxious. I don't like having to like quit the game every time I try to use that item, and it's kind of a critical item for husbandry and things like that. I gotta know what genders and other things some of this stuff is. Oh, so much coal. I need coal, but that's not where we're here. I also need the levels. Alright, so torch. Alright, so there was some more fossils over this way. But yeah, so once we get kind of a glut of DNA where it's like, okay, we've got all the dinosaurs in the park, we don't really need DNAs anymore, then we'll like have regular competitions, you know, doing some of that stuff. And we may start some of that before the park is completed, because it'd be kind of a fun thing to pepper in different episodes and things like that. So it's not like, okay, well the first, you know, 100 episodes of the series was Dinosaur Park, and now it's just Dinosaur Battle Arena or whatever. Ooh, that's a fossil. That's a fossil. Okay, we've got 2 JurassiCraft. Better than nothing. I feel like there was more cave here too. So let's head. Oh, that's coal. I'll come back for the coal stuff later. Let's head this way again. Oh wait, no, that might be the end of it, because we already went that way. All right, well if that's the end of it, let's head back up. Well, we're already up, but let's head back out. This looks like it might be a cave of some sort over here. Yeah, we'll check that out. Head north still. North, I just kind of had arbitrarily decided, let's go north for this thing, so that works. I really do need to get the paleontology, archaeology pick for the fossils and archaeology ones at least. It gives you a better chance. The paleontology one gives you a better chance of finding fossils, and the archaeology one gives you a better chance of finding relic scraps and like scarab gems, things like that, things that are useful. It doesn't have any effect on the JurassiCraft stuff so far as I can tell. We've got some nautili here. Do they stack is the question. I don't remember. I don't think so. Oop, I put him back. Oh, you're mine. Okay. We can just pick these guys up by right-clicking on them. Nope, they do not stack. Which is fine. We'll dump some of this stuff. Okay. Yes. I know. Tortoises need to breathe. We can use a couple of nautilus for some interesting stuff. April suggested we put some nautilus in the little cove I made underneath the visitor center. She said it'd be kind of a cool tide pool sort of area. I feel like these guys despawn, so I'm not sure exactly how useful that'll end up being, but we can give it a shot. So we'll definitely, this is certainly lava, not a cave. I was going to say, I've never been out this far, so I didn't light up a cave or anything. There's supposed to be, in fossils and archaeology at least, like boats that'll spawn out in the water, so I don't know, maybe we get a wooden boat together or something. We can maybe head out there and take a look for some of those. I've got more lava off this way. Looks like it doesn't appear to be burning down the terrain, which is awesome. Here's another potential little cave. Oop, there's one right here. Check it out. Probably nothing. Just another one of those little surface things. Yeah. Okay. Well, it's disappointing, and I really don't like these plant fossil things that are here now. Honestly, because they come in such large numbers. It's like I really don't want you, especially. I saw on Huck's video, he was messing around with the plant fossil things, and apparently once you get a fossil together, like you get it regenerated and stuff, and you plant it, you're actually able to just be like, oh, I'm going to bone meal the existing plant, and it'll give you new ones. So you don't even really need that many plant fossils. So the fact that they're showing up in greater density, well, probably historically accurate, I guess. They're larger population of plant life than the dinosaurs. It's still annoying in terms of this game because I really don't want them. I want dinosaurs. And/or what I really want, we need to get a good cave. But what I really want is some of the, ice block things that you get mammals out of, because that would be nice for sure. Here's another cave thing over here. We'll check this out. And if it's a dud, we'll probably end up heading back, and I'll do some more exploring, a little bit off camera maybe. But I want to give you guys a. Oh yeah, well that's a dud for sure. But let's try and find one more cave. We'll find a dud cave, and then we'll move on. If it's just a pool of water that looked like it might have been a cave from a distance, not gonna count that. Not gonna count that. But got some grass breaking. We've got some ocean here. Let's take a look at our mini map. So yeah, lots of ocean up north here. So I wonder what's out there. It's interesting. That's oh yeah, that's my empty shell. I was like, wait, what happened to that Nautilus? But I killed it. That's what happened to the Nautilus. When you kill those guys, it gives you the empty shell, which is used to, if you guys remember, to command the plesiosaurs. And I don't know if it works on any other creatures at this point. I don't think so, because I don't believe you can tame like the mosasaurs or the leopleurodons or things like that. The other aquatic dinosaurs where that would even potentially be a useful item. But yeah. So, well, I was hoping to go caving today, but that's okay. We got a new Mammoth, which is exciting. Really exciting, actually. We need to go. We need to find another little dud cave really quickly, and then once we do that, we'll head back. Because I want to. In fact, we'll head back, and if I find a cave on the way, we'll duck into it. But we need to kind of maybe grab Casper and fly around real quick, and you and I can kind of see where we might want to put that guy. Because I hadn't really thought about it. I hadn't gotten that far yet. I was thinking. I was kind of just working through the dinosaurs, and no, it was a good idea from you guys though. We need to diversify a little bit, especially because. The park is going to have all of these kind of different prehistoric creatures. That looks like it could potentially have a fossil in it. We'll duck into this very quickly, and then we will head on back. But yeah, so still on the test run of twice a week Jurassic World. It seems to be going okay. I have seen a bit of a drop-off, I think, in like overall views on episodes, and I'm talking like, okay, so this video's been out for 3 weeks or whatever. You know, usually by that point we're up almost near 500 views, but it seems like we're probably with twice a week. I don't know if it's just you guys will have to let me know if it's just like too much content for you guys to really keep up with, or why that would be, or people just like they aren't watching every day. And so they come back and they see the newest episode and they just watch the newest episode. They don't bother going back to look at the older episodes. Yeah, okay, so this one did end up kind of dudding out on us. So I don't know exactly what the reasoning behind it is. I've got to tell you one thing though. I guarantee you we're on peaceful again. Oh, creative mode is a pain. Oh, it's that other. Is this the one I saw? Oh no, this is the original one. That's our original desert temple. Okay. Well, so we need to head back this way a bit. But yeah, so I feel like I'm seeing a drop-off. I want to do it for a couple more weeks probably just to make sure. And I don't know what I'm going to do with that information. But, I mean, if it ends up being too much, if the views and the likes and stuff are telling me, okay, not as many people are getting to watch each individual episode because I'm putting out so much content, I don't want people to get behind. I don't want to overwhelm people, because my goal here is not to like waste your lives catching up on episodes. You're like, oh, I only really get to watch on Saturday, and now I've got like 30 episodes to catch up on because you've upped your quota there. Obviously, I'm not putting out that many that frequently, but I don't. My goal is to not waste your life. My goal is to entertain you guys. If we are doing more times a week, maybe you guys tell me, okay, well, more times a week is better, but maybe they need to be a little bit of a shorter episodes. I'm still doing kind of 30-minute episodes, so I don't want to. If 30-minute episodes is too much, well, okay, maybe we make sure that they're 15 to 20 minutes long, things like that. Little Mammoth's, he's a pretty cute little dude. Okay, so let's drop these off actually real quick. Put this stuff that there, put that there, that there. All right, and honestly, just gonna put that there. Put that in inventory. All right, so let's go grab Casper very briefly, although he's... Isn't he supposed to be right here? Didn't I land him? Seriously, do it. Because I did a quick loop while the mammoth was hatching, and then I landed him. And then we went to look at the mammoth. That's not good. Where's Casper? Did he maybe, with the dino pad thing, did that all glitch out and he's still sitting up on this hill? Better be somewhere. I'm gonna be real mad at JurassiCraft. Eggsy, Clifford, Dolly Doser. Not seeing Clifford. Tortimer's about to get real mad. But let's quickly... Casper, buddy, you are not up here. Okay, well, Tortimer's a tad angry. One place I was thinking we could potentially put the mammoths. Now, these guys are a little bit bigger, so they're going to need a bigger enclosure. You know, bigger than at least like the Dilophosaurs. I was thinking originally I could terraform over this little pond because we've got kind of a nice area here, but then we've kind of opened this up for the visitor center. We also do have an area over here, and I know mammoths, I mean, I feel like they should be on more of a plainsy sort of area. Realistically, I'd love to put them in like a Taiga sort of area. We don't really have access to that anywhere around this base. It seems like everything's pretty warm. So we'll probably have to artificially recreate something, which means I probably actually need to put them... Because I know there's, like, in the warmer biomes like Savannah and desert, I think, like, snow golems won't... what's happening here? Snow golems won't leave a trail, or, like, just one thick snow will melt, sort of thing. Here's the visitor center again. So we may need to put it... I'll have to do some testing with that, actually. Because there are certain areas that would be really good, like maybe even over here would be a good place for the mammoths. But yeah, so the visitor center's coming along nicely. Oh, wait, no. I did have something I need you guys to... quickly here at the end, I do have something I need you guys to look into for me. I have two different things going. So I'm trying out different materials here in the stone base. Now, I don't know if I even like this. I needed to make it thicker at the bottom. It looked flimsy to me. So I'm trying to make it thicker, playing around with designs and how I'm going to do that. Don't know if I'm stuck on this, but the thing I do need your help with is, okay, so over here I've got smooth stone slabs, and over here I put in dark oak wood, because I'm working in the dark oak wood on like these fence railings, and you can barely see it, but on that level and on top there's going to be some dark oak wood, as well as on the pyramid there's going to be some dark oak as well. So I wanted to kind of work that in here, and I don't hate it. The problem is if I view it from a distance, it kind of, you lose it a bit. You don't see it, it doesn't stand out as much. So it almost makes the base look even flimsier because it looks like there's big chunks kind of carved out of it from a distance. So if we look at it, like in day you can tell it's there, obviously. So we've got OptiFine, but so we can see, you know, the dark oak wood up there, things like that. But so from a distance, it just feels like the smooth stone stands out a bit more. And like if it were nighttime, definitely at nighttime, it's like this is missing entirely. But I also really kind of like it. I like them both is the problem. So I want you guys to kind of let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. Should I keep dark oak wood here and smooth stone here? I'm going to be working the dark oak wood more on the inside too. Kind of using that as one of my main things, because like a corner of this fits inside, like this big square is the total interior. Which I also did kind of decide I'm going to change the sides of these. Yeah, they're not going to be like open breezeways like this side is. I probably even need to close like this off. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on this side, I'm going to put a little restaurant. So we're going to have like a kitchen and stuff, a little seating area in there. And then I think on this side, I'm probably going to put in a, maybe a little lab or something, you know, something behind glass. So this wall will be here, but it'll be glass. Then you can maybe have some villagers in there kind of toiling around, get some white coats hanging out in there with some analyzers, things like that. Kind of like they do at the original Jurassic Park Visitor Centers. You could see some of that. But I haven't decided fully yet. But yeah, let me know if smooth stone or dark oak wood is your preference. I like them both. And I feel like this works a little bit better. But I wanted to tie it in with this, so I don't know. It's completely up to you guys. Let me know. Yeah, so we need to head back. This episode has gotten a little long. I really need to find Casper. I'm going to be really annoyed if you guys are going to be yelling at the screen, "No, Tortimer, you just left Casper over here," which would be fantastic. If you guys saw me leave Casper somewhere, I guess let me know. But I'm pretty sure I landed him right over by his pen, because I flew right over after we zoomed past the visitor center, and I didn't want to land in there, so I landed next to there. And then I got off, and I went and checked on the mammoth, and we did the whole ordeal with the mammoth, or the cow getting out. But he should be... We've got Sarah. The other thing that's showing up is this little dude. I don't know. I'm going to be very angry if I cannot find him. JurassiCraft is getting uninstalled if that happens. No, it's not getting uninstalled, but I'm definitely destroying that dino pad. Poet has ritualistically thrown his into the lava several times, and I think he may not have the wrong idea, because if Casper is gone, I'm going to be very, very mad. So I'm going to keep looking. You guys let me know if you saw something in the footage. And I'll be back. But we do have Mammoth hatched. We'll look more thoroughly next time once we get Casper, find Casper. We'll look and determine what happened, or where we want to put this guy. And we'll probably end up doing a little bit of work. I'll show you guys more progress on the visitor center, and I think we're going to work on our little nether area. I think that'll be fun, and something that we could definitely use, because like, I think there's another variant of the Stegosaurus that we can crank out. I think there's another variant of the Trikes as well. So we've got some dinos that could definitely use it, and it'll be good to have another dimension holding area for some of these extra dinos that we don't have anything to do with right now, because I would really like to use these pens for dinos we're actively hatching and raising and things like that, just while we're waiting to put them in an enclosure. So Doser and Dolly's little baby does not really qualify for that at present. But thank you guys so much for watching. I've been Tortimer the Great, and you guys have been great. Make sure those likes, comments, subscriptions, guys, and I will see you all back here next time. Yeah, let me know what you thought about the Visitor Center between Smoothstone and Dark Oakwood, if you have a preference there. And yeah, I'll see you guys back here next time. Have a good one.